Lovely to virtually meet you, and I have to say congratulations on Madam Web. And SJ, I hear you're a dab hand now at sort of comic-based projects. So from your work on some like Jessica Jones and the Defenders, were you able to pull some of those experiences into making this feature film?
Oh, most definitely. I mean, Jessica Jones was my introduction to the Marvel world, and it was, a revelation. I remember reading Alias, the graphic novel, and just being blown away by, the actual graphics, the kind of the framing and the storytelling within it. And that was a big inspiration for Jessica. And as a result, I sort of had that as a foundation when taking on Madam Web and was able to sort of leap from that. But it was what I found most exciting really was this character that had a superpower that we'd never seen before in clairvoyance.
Yeah, and that's something that I really took away from the film is that it does have that different feeling to it because it's more brain versus brawn, so to speak. So, like for you, that must have been an appealing aspect.
Yeah, I mean, definitely when I read it, I thought this has the potential to be a psychological thriller. It's all in her mind, and that made it for more challenging but yet interesting action sequences because she was seeing things as opposed to actually being active within things.
Mhm.
And that had its own challenges, but was a really exciting cinematic opportunity.
And Tahar Ezekiel, now he's more like the physical sort of side of the brain versus brawn thing that I just said there. For you, how demanding was it? Because I know there was probably a lot of coordination with the stunt team as well, but it was quite a physically demanding role for you as well.
Yes, of course it was. And that was the fun part of it. It was tough. Of course, I had to, work out a lot and train a lot. But for the sake of my character, I needed it. And I like to explore different characters each time I make a movie. And that was a great opportunity.
Yeah, I have to say I was a big fan of your performance in the Mauritanian as well. I just wanted to throw that out there because I don't think that film got enough credit when it first came out.
It was
Um,
amazing. It was
yeah,
amazing.
and you were
I did
amazing
like
in
that.
it.
And the torture scenes, I think, were
Oh,
really
that
kind of
was
like,
tough.
I bet they were tough, but that was extraordinary because I remember seeing that and then like the Ezekiel of it, how tortured he is in the cell. I
Exactly.
felt
It
there
was like
something
being
to that,
tortured
right? You've
versus
been tortured and
torture.
then you
Yeah,
had
the
the
inner torture.
psychological torture.
Esther, I love how you just like landed right into my question there. That was
Oh,
brilliant.
sorry, did I just
No,
hijack it?
don't be
Okay,
sorry at
let's
all. I
pretend
just
I
love
didn't
the
go back.
conversational aspect of
Yeah,
it.
I have clairvoyance after all.
Exactly. And actually, you were one of the few people who actually got to put on a Spidey suit for this film. So how did it feel? I love the face that you're like excited about talking about this because it must have been very thrilling to be able to be like, I am Spider-Man, so to speak.
Of course, it was so exciting. Yeah, I felt like a kid on a playground, and I remember vividly the moment I was going to put my suit on, and it was, yeah, I was waiting for that moment. I dreamt in some ways of that moment, and when it happened, it felt like a dream comes true. And it's very comfortable, flexible, and I will have the chance and the opportunity to bring my kid to see the movie as well, so that we'll see their father as a superhero.
Oh, that's always so exciting. And with superhero films, and especially like, so one of the outlets I work for is Geek Ireland. And all the time we are just trying to find any hints and clues in trailers and things like that. So from both of your perspectives, how difficult is it to, when you're doing press like this, to avoid spoilers?
Well, I open my mouth and say the wrong thing all the time. So, I find it quite difficult because I'm so excited and I'm so excited to share the movie with the fans. We make it for them. The fans of this world are just amazing and you just want to deliver the best and you want to get them excited about it. So it's really hard to not just sort of go on about what you love about the movie so much because you want to share it. It's an exciting time and you just bottling it up and waiting.
When you do see things that do leak, though, is there a part of you they're kind of like, damn it, I wish that hadn't have broken. I wanted them to see that on the screen first.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess sometimes when you see things like that, it can be, you can feel like that. But I suppose ultimately hopefully it'll just make them want to see it more. I hope. But yeah, you want everyone to go to the cinema and really enjoy it as it should be on a big screen as a cinematic experience.
Now!
You're showing off.
Maybe a little.